Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the one, the only Mimi here. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead, click that red subscribe button to join my squad. So today is another client horror story, and yes, this one is a long one, and it's Marissa and Gertrude. All right, so you know, I do hair. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I love it. It's my passion. As long with hair, I do lashes too. I make wigs. I just do everything beauty related. I love it. I did my nails too. This people, mother and daughter duo, they got me off of, I believe, Google. And on Google, I don't have my personal number there. I have my Google number there, but it gets transferred to my like regular number, if that makes sense. Because child, like, let's be real, I'm not that rich to have a whole nother phone with a whole nother line and a whole nother plan and a whole nother number. Like, no, we gonna Google number this. All right, so I get this phone call on my off day. I got my phone blown up like 10 times, and you know, and it got sent to my regular phone, and my regular phone, I don't know who it is. I'm not going to answer. If they really want to get to me for real, they're going to leave a message and then I'll get back to them. That's how I always operate. I don't answer no numbers I don't know, because you don't know who be out there scamming. Okay, this lady was calling 10 times. She called back again like around 7 something, and my hours, even though this was my off day, my hours is that my don't contact me after 8 p.m. like that's my off hours. But so it was pushing that. It was like 7:30. So I reached out back to her through text, and I was like, hello, because she left a message and saying how she wanted her daughter to get a wig install done by me. So I was like, hello, how are you? It's in the text message, and I was like, this is Tamia, blah blah blah. I do offer a $25 deposit and for your service. And then I sent her my booking site with the link and everything you need to know. So right off the bat, I knew she didn't read it, because she was like, when am I available? And my availability is always on my booking site. All you do is select the service you want, select the day you want, select the time you want, pay your deposit, and see you then. But I clearly knew that she did not read my booking site at all. And some people don't do that, but then you ask me, when is my availability? Like I didn't just give it to you. But okay. So I tell her when I'm next available, and I was like, if you would like another date, please look at my booking site for other dates and times that work for your schedule. You know, trying to segue people like, hey, I just sent you my booking site. Hey, I just sent you my availability. Like, hey, it's still trying to like tell her that in order to continue, I'm gonna need a $25 deposit, because not right now we just talking. Like nothing's set in stone. Like right now we just talking. And so then she was like, okay, well, I would like to schedule a free 2-minute consultation. And I was like, where on my booking site did it say that I do that? I didn't say that to her, but it's like, where did I say I do that? Where did I say I do that? But I let her know. I was like, okay, well, once you send me the deposit and once you book your service, when you come in, or when you and your daughter come in that day, then we can go ahead and do a consultation before I get started. And that's how I always operate. I always operate like that. I don't go and do a consultation before like a day before. I only do that if it's like for color or something major like that. Before a wig install, no, we're gonna do the consultation the same day, so we have a visual and verbal agreement. Like I'm not doing that, because say I did agree to do a consultation for a wig install and I don't have no deposit and I don't have nothing, and I just go, and she was like, oh, she's gonna go with somebody else. So not only did I waste my time, wasted money that I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, time is money. So time is money, and that's what I realized. You know, y'all know my other story times, how people like to scam me and waste my time, and I'm being too nice. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that no more. We're not doing that. We're not. Relax. Like, okay, so she agreed to the little consultation thing that I have. So she sent her deposit, booked it, and I was like, all right, see you soon. So the time comes, and I always send like a little confirmation. Even though my booking site, it sends you like my address, my number, everything that you need to know, I like to text you personally again, just to let you know that I'm there, and like where exactly is it. So like I always be saying, I'm located inside of a mall. She asked me, and I told her that I was inside of a mall, and so she asked me, she was like, oh, are you inside of a mall? Like it was literally like a paragraph that it said, hey, I'm inside of the mall located on the lower level, blah blah blah. And underneath that message that I sent, she gonna ask, am I located inside the mall? So I'm like, are you really not reading the messages that I'm sending to you? Like, like reading is really fundamental, and I don't understand why people don't do that. But like I was just like, yes, I'm in the mall. Like I literally will send her directions on how to get to me in case she's lost or anything like that. So like that's how I know people don't be really reading for real. Here, her name, what we call her? Marissa and Gertrude. Yeah, Marissa and Gertrude coming. Now, normally when I'm doing kids, I have the parents stay. Sometimes the parents don't want to stay, that's cool, but I always talk to the parents first before when I'm dealing with the kids, especially like if you're under the age of 16, just because the parent is going to know what they want their daughter's hair to look like. So I always try to get a verbal agreement and have them talk in front of each other while talking to me. So I like to ask both of them, what do they want to get out their service, what type of hairstyle are you looking for, any questions, any concerns. Some parents will tell you what they want, some kids will tell you what they want, some people will be like, just listen to the kid, they know what they want. So I just like to do that just because it's a safety concern. I like to just be on the safe side, because you don't want any type of miscommunication, anything like that, especially when it comes to hair. That's just me. Now, I also pull up the form that Gertrude fills out for Marissa. The form is a client intake form and a consent form, and I have these especially on my booking site when people book. So anytime you book with me, you have to fill out these forms in order for me to service you, and it's just for my knowledge. It doesn't get shared with anybody else. It's for my knowledge and my protection. I have a list of things like, if you're allergic to something, let me know. What type of hair do you have? How would you describe your hair? What challenges do you have? What type of products and tools you use? Just basically a questionnaire so that I know how I can prepare myself more for your service. Like I said, a lot of stylists don't do that, but I like to do that just because I like to be prepared for real. So I'm asking Gertrude what does her daughter want, and she's like explaining blah blah. So I'm asking Marissa, I'm like, is this your first time getting a lace wig installed? She said yes. So I'm like, cool, you know, I'm just trying to make everybody, you know, feel good. But off the bat, Gertrude was very, I wouldn't say aggressive, but she had like an attitude for real. Like she didn't really want to be there for real. So I'm telling Marissa to go sit down in a chair, and like I'm gonna drape her and just basically briefly explain the process before I get started. And then right off the bat, Gertrude, her mother, go and ask, oh, how long is it gonna take? And I'm like, I don't like to give direct answers, so I always give like an estimate time, because it might take me longer, it might take me like I might go fast. Like it's really, with doing hair, it's very unexpected. Like it's no set time that you're gonna be done, and that's what people don't really understand. Like you're pretty much done when you're done. So that's why I always give like an estimate time, so like don't like go off of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you never know what could happen. Like hair is unpredictable, sweetie. It's unpredictable. So I basically just left her know like the roughly estimate, and she was like, oh well, can she sit in here and stay? Now because of COVID-19, I do not let nobody stay in my suite. Like it is literally, my suite is only big enough for really me and the client and one extra person. But I really don't even like to do that because, you know, COVID-19. But like I said, if they're under 16, the parent is more than welcome to stay and sit in my little side chair, whatever. But there is a waiting area like right outside my door, so I let her know that she could sit right there. The door will be open so she can always look in and see what I'm doing and all of that. But like COVID-19, like I don't like anybody extra being in my space, just because I'm trying to protect myself and I'm trying to protect my clients. Before my clients come, I deep clean. When they leave, I deep clean. Like I don't want anybody coming in contact with a lot of people. Like I really don't. I don't want that on nobody. Like I'm really serious. Like I don't play with that stuff. Like no, like I can't have extra people in here because you don't know what they got. Like I'm very serious about that, because one thing about me is I'm going to protect myself and I'm going to protect you as my client, period. Like I said, a lot of stylists don't do that, but I'm gonna do that. So she was like, okay. So I'm braiding the girl down, I'm doing what it do, we vibing, we cool. And the mom comes in, she was like, so what are you doing here? What are you doing? Like, what is this process? And I think it was doing like the ball cap method. And so I told her that, and she was like, oh, I've never seen that before. I never did that before. I never seen that. I don't think that's real unnecessary. I was like, oh well, you know, a lot of stylists, they have their own preferences and things, that how they want to do things. So, you know, it's just a preference, different stylists, different things. And she was like, yeah, you know, we was gonna go to somebody else, but her prices was too high, and you know, her work wasn't even that good. And I was like, pause. Like, I didn't say this to her, but I was like, pause. I don't condone talking about other stylists in my suite, because no, that's what we're not going to do. Don't question nobody else's prices. Their prices with their price for a reason. And it's kind of like a backhanded insult, or is it backhand compliment? When somebody be like, oh yeah, I came to you because you're cheaper than the person who I wanted to go with too initially. That's basically how I felt, how that was. So like, I'm trying to change the subject because I don't like that, because you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know if that style is gonna come in your seat one day. You never know. I do not like to be catty and stuff like that, because you never know how these people might bless you or not. So I tried to change the subject, and then she just went and sat down. So I'm doing the wig and putting the wig on, and you know, whatever. Fast forwarding, she comes in, she was like, oh, what are you doing here? And I was like, you know, I'm putting her under the dryer with the melt band, just so that her lace melts a little bit better. The heat kind of helps it melt and give it like a little natural, effortless look. And she was like, oh, I don't see the people on YouTube doing that. And you know, I hate when people say that to me, even though like I'm kind of like a hypocrite, because before I even got licensed, I was looking at YouTube. Like, YouTube taught me a lot, but I went to school to learn it the right way and just add on to my craft basically. But what people don't understand, clients don't understand, is that YouTube is a lot of editing here, editing there, so you're not really seeing the full process, and you don't really know people think. So I'm like, you can't really compare hairstylists to what you see on YouTube, because everybody, like I said, everybody has their own way and own technique on how they learn things and how they adapt to things and how they want to change things and do things. So I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, a lot of stylists, they have their own different methods that they like to use, and this is what I enjoy to use. Like, yo, I'm very respectful, even though she's like basically like going in on me. I'm just basically trying to be very respectful, because it's like you really pushing it for real. Like, you really pushing it. Like, your daughter, her daughter was so sweet and nice. Like, she was complimenting me, you know, we was vibing. Like, she was feeling herself. You know, I'm finished, I gave her the mirror, she was feeling herself, she was checking it, she was going on Snapchat, she was showing her friends. She loved it. She literally told me she loved it. It was bomb. Like, she was gonna have fun. And her mom comes, and she was like, she was like, I mean, I guess it's okay, it looks all right, I mean, it's okay, it's nothing too crazy. Like, I could have did something better like this at home, you know. And then she starts laughing, and I was like, so then why didn't you? If you were so confident that you could have did it at home, why didn't you do it at home? It's like, come to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you do it? Make it make sense, sweetie. Make it make sense, sweetie. But she was like, okay, well, how much is it gonna be? And I told her, and she sucked her teeth. And so she was just like, okay, well, I have to go to the ATM. And she was like motioning her daughter to come with her. And I was like, oh no, I need to take some pictures and videos of her. But the ATM is right upstairs, you need to do that. But if you don't want to go to the ATM, I have Apple Pay, Cash App, Venmo. I have basically all the money processing payment thingies. And so, cause like, I already knew what she was trying to do. I've been scammed so many times doing hair. Like, I already knew what she was trying to do. You're not about to do that. So she left, and I'm taking the pictures of the daughter and the videos of the daughter, and she was feeling herself and she was loving it. Mom comes, you know what I'm saying, pays me, and you know, she didn't say thank you, the daughter said thank you and whatever, and I cleaned up, and you know, it was see you never. So it's just like, you know, people like that, you know, they try to be in your business, they try to discredit you as a hairstylist, but I'm gonna still keep doing it. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm not saying I'm a great hairstylist or I'm arrogant Tay of hairstyling. Like, no one's that perfect. Like, it's always room for improvement, and like, I'm just gonna keep perfecting my craft, keep perfecting it, keep doing it, you know what I'm saying? But the hair that I do now, I feel like that's pretty good, but I'm gonna still keep perfecting it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, people try to discredit you, and you just gotta keep doing it. Like, it really don't mean nothing to me. Like, you just gotta keep going. Like, oh, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. Like, what? But yeah, you guys, that is my crazy client horror story, y'all. I don't know what people be going through. Like, hello. But yeah, if you guys want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to my channel for real, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Bye.